Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thanks to everyone for rocking with us on the Surround Sound Podcast starting line up on Facebook Live. Remember, you can always go to the Surround Sound Podcast fan page by going to facebook.com/Surround Sound Podcast. Then even if you don't have Facebook, you can still follow that link and you'll be able to see the starting lineup and overtime. Of course, overtime is after the show, and we'll be coming back then. But we're coming live from Music Row Studios. And you can't forget about the homie and the home team, Miss Montoya I. Martin and the good folk at Healthy Junk Food of Nashville, Tennessee. Make sure you check us out on our once again on our fan page, but also on Instagram. Search Surround Sound Podcast. And of course, if you're listening to this, you're on YouTube, so make sure you subscribe to us and all that good stuff. We're in the building with Miss D. Holiday. What's going on, young lady?
I'm doing all right. Is this not the right one?
Now you're on the right mic.
I'm on the right mic?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome. Right mic, right the right mic. Got it. I'm doing well. How's everybody else?
Hey, man, I'm good. I take it Troy's good. He's looking refreshed and everything. Also, Troy, crack the mic real quick. How did your kids do? They were in a festival of sorts, musically, band and all that?
Yeah, there was the first concert of the school year for my Two Rivers Middle School band.
Okay, then. That's cool, man. That's super cool.
It's fun.
Yeah, always fun. What happened with the Aristocratic Bands, D?
Aristocratic Bands had a fantastic weekend this past weekend, the weekend of the 25th and 26th. This past weekend, they were able to go to Washington, D.C. to play in the parade for the opening of the African American History Museum.
Wow. That
just got put up there. It was a huge event. I'm super jealous because I've lived in D.C. for about 10 years, so I consider it my hometown.
Yeah.
So I was super jealous. They were able to make a trip to my hometown and play on the White House lawn. They got to shake hands and take pictures and selfies galore. So I'm just real proud of them. So they had a full packed weekend because that was a long trip.
Yeah.
And they had to come all the way back to Nashville. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To play for the Titans.
I rode to D.C. one time. That was the longest trip. I rode to D.C. from Memphis. That was the longest trip of my life. I was at the tender age of 8.
Ooh,
I was
16 hours almost. Maybe.
Yeah. I was if it's over 8 hours, I can't do it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to just stay at home. Can't do it. I'm going to have to fly. I don't know what to tell y'all. But yeah, we'll be back in a little bit. One time to Shawty Low. This song coming up, they know. Hey, we thinking about you, Shawty Low. We thinking about your family. Rest in peace, brother. We'll be back with more.
Hey, hello, they know, hello, they know, hello, they know, hello, they know, shout it low, I got flavor, plus you know, the kid got a paper, like 40, don't save us, bankhead, been pulling caper, the way he dropped, would've thought I had a call me treat, like the razor, shout it low, ATL, I'm the mayor, but my gear be Taylor. Every day and then shout it Mike Rock later. Me and left, I got acre. Yeah, no more nosy neighbor. Big up all my haters. Hello, they know, hello, they know, hello, they know, I'm the man, and you know that I got cash. I'm talking throwback, 100 grand. What's that? I hit the club and I blow that. All these no low that. I'm
Welcome back, guys. I am Al Hunter Jr., the truth and not a rumor, and this is the Surround Sound Podcast, brought to you by Healthy Junk Food of Nashville. The whole crew is in the building this week. We're going to get into the Funky 4 plus one more. First up, college football. UT beat the Gators. First of all, this is the first time this has happened in 11 tries. That's first off. They beat them in Neyland Stadium. However, the even greater thing to this is they scored 30 straight points in the second half. They came back from a 21-point deficit. This is all I got to say. When they beat Appalachian State in week 1, although Appalachian State is a D2 school, I tweeted that this is the type of win that propels a team to win a national championship. I think it's showing itself right now. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to win the national championship, but the fact that they beat a team in Florida that they have not beat in 11 years, in 11 tries, that says, first of all, Butch Jones is a good coach. Number 2, he has implemented his system and the players are buying in, and they just may have the talent to actually win a national championship. Big shouts out to UT, man. I was happy. I was actually here in the studio doing the Vandy game, and that it was just awesome. Speaking of Vandy, they defeated WKU. I think some of that rubbed off on old Vandy because they defeated Western Kentucky University in overtime. Big shouts out to Derek Mason and the team and the squad, man. They were doing their thing. Also, all the teams won, which is crazy. The University of Memphis scored 11 touchdowns to defeat Bowling Green. I don't know what Bowling Green. It wasn't 77-0, but who cares how many points the Bowling Green had? It doesn't matter right now. 10 players scored. They scored touchdowns. It was like 3 or 4 defensively. The rest came off on the offense. 11 total touchdowns. They played ball, man. Big shouts out to the University of Memphis, man. Big shouts out. Also, MTSU, they defeated Louisiana Tech in a close one. The game of the week next week is Louisville versus Clemson. This has college playoff implications. This has Heisman Trophy winner implications. This may even have some who gets drafted where implications when April comes around in the NFL draft. And I'm talking about the dynamic Lamar Jackson and the dynamic Deshaun Watson. This is going to be one of those slugfests. I just hope, wish, and pray that it is not a blowout. I think it's going to come down to possibly who has the ball last in the fourth quarter. So we're going to see. That's going to be a big one. Also, don't let me forget about TSU. They were off this week. They play UT Martin in conference play. Those UT Tigers are 3-0. Once again, our thoughts, minds, and prayers go to Ed Temple. The legendary track coach of the Tiger Bells passed away at 89 this past weekend. I'm talking about if there was and you know what, if there was a person that personified TSU in my humble opinion, in my eyes, it was definitely Ed Temple. He coached Wilman Rudolph. Like I said, he coached the Tiger Bells for many a year. He also was at Tennessee State when it was not Tennessee State. It was Tennessee A&I. So that guy he's been around for a long, long time. Once again, our thoughts, mind, and prayers go to TSU and most importantly to Ed Temple's family. In golf news, we have another passing of a legendary person, and that's Arnold Palmer. He's widely considered the godfather of golf. He passed away this past weekend, Sunday, at the age of 87. This dude, when you have a drink that is named after you, that is as simple as tea and lemonade, you're doing something good. And what's even crazier than that, they actually sell it. Arnold Palmer, I'm going to follow in your footsteps. I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what my drink is going to be. It's probably going to be Kool-Aid and something. But Arnold Palmer, you are definitely a dude for the ages. I've always followed sports. However, golf was kind of like one of those fringe things. And for me to know your name and know that you're a giant in the sport, You a real cool dude, yo. One time to your family also. Number 3 in the Funky 4 plus 1 more. The Los Angeles Lakers, they may deal Nick Young and Lou Williams. It's still a rumor right now. However, I'm checking all the links, checking all the traps, the bushes, and shaking the shrubs and all that good stuff, and we're going to see. I told you guys back in, what was that, March, February, when the whole Snapchat thing came about with Nick Young. I was like, they're going to have to move one of those pieces. Either it's going to be the young rookie or it's going to be Nick Young. And I thought that since the draft was coming up in June, that they may just trade for Ben Simmons, but it didn't work out like that. But Nick Young and Lou Williams look like they're going to be leaving. Big shouts out to Lou Williams. He got like two girlfriends. Don't ask me. Just get on. Just Google them. And the number 4 of the Funky 4, MLB coverage of 4 teams. The Cubs. They went over the century mark with 100 wins this season. They've also clinched the NL Central and home field advantage, which really isn't like home field advantage because when they make it to the World Series, they will not have home field advantage anymore because of how it goes with the All-Star game, the American League One, so that's how it'll roll out. I'm running low on time. Also, the Detroit Tigers, they're 2 games out behind Baltimore and Toronto, looking like they won't make the playoffs, but we will see as they hunt for October. Of course, the Braves and White Sox, they're out of there like swimwear. But the baseball world was shook up Sunday morning when Jose Fernandez was found dead at 24 in a boating accident. The team played in the 2013 Rookie of the Year's jersey number this past weekend, and they also retired his number. Coming up, we got entertainment news. We're going to talk about the decriminalization of weed, and this groom receives backlash on social media. That's going to be crazy. But the one mo, it comes from the political arena. It's kind of crazy. On yesterday, on Monday, there was the first presidential debate. Next Tuesday, we will not be here because of the first and only vice presidential debate. It was interesting to say the least. It wasn't any major fireworks. However, Donald Trump admitted a few things and Hillary Clinton admitted a few things. Hillary, she admitted that, the whole scandal with her and the emails, it was her fault. She took all the blame for it, and I think that was a very upstanding thing for her to do. Also, this whole thing with your tax returns, Donald Trump, I don't get it. I don't know what you're doing, dude. You're really making yourself look bad. But more than that, he admitted that he doesn't pay federal taxes. Dude, did you say that on national TV? Like, is that legal? I don't think so. But he said it was smart, so it must not be legal. So why are we paying federal taxes? I don't know. Anyway, make sure you go to Twitter and check out R. Hunter Jr. You'll see all my tweets from Monday and everything that happened. We'll be back with more of the podcast, y'all.
Problems, go to the psychiatrist, try to solve it, hey, any way you look at it, it's still called the blues. Well, baby need a new shoe, mama need a new dress, daddy out there stuffing it, trying to do his best. Any way you look at it, it's still called the blues. Well, listen to me. Make no difference what you do, I'll say. The blues might still come your way. And just when you think the problem's about to end, along comes something and start it all over again. Your body gon' Saturday, the go to church on Sunday. Finally, you because you got to go back to work on Monday. But any way you look at it, people, it's still called the blues. Yeah. Oh! Rock with me, baby. What you do, I say, the blues might still come your way. And just when you think the problem's about to end, along comes something and start it all over again. You party on Saturday, you go to church on Sunday. Finally you be called, you got to go back to work on Monday. But any way you look at it, people, it's still called the blues. Well, come on, baby, can't you see? I got the blues, oh, yeah. But any way you look at it, people, it's still called the blues, yeah. Wait a minute, break it down. Talking about my baby. She need a new dress. And the little baby, they need some new shoes. Ain't got no money. That's the blues, yeah. Well, and the price of gas is gone too doggone high. Somebody tell me what that is. What's that? I got the blues. Now wait a minute. I'm gonna tell you one more thing.
Welcome back, Surround Sound Podcast. I am All Hunter Jr., the truth without a rumor. If you heard that in the background, if you heard that person in the background, that was D Holiday, man. She tripping, as we say in Memphis. You tripping. Let's get to these birthdays because it is the entertainment section of the show. Avril Lavigne. She's 31. I can't say her name, but she's 31 years of age this week. Serena, ooh, my boo. Booski. Bae. Serena Williams is 35. Christina Milian. Bae. She's 35 also. Lil Wayne turned 33. Don't know what to say about Lil Wayne. That guy is losing it quick and fast and in a hurry. Lil Wayne, come back to us, bro. I think with the happenings in Tulsa and in Charlotte, you know there is some racism, and I hope you get your money back from Baby. Trick Daddy, Booty Head Boy, he is 42 years of age. Zay Sullivan's birthday. Also, Bhagat Singh, civil rights leader of India. He was born also on this week. Benny King, known blues man, was born this week. And Young Jeezy, he's 38. Young Jeezy. Bam Margera. Now, who is Jackass? I knew it. I was like, I think that's a stunt dude or something. With a name like Bam, he got to be. Hillary Duff is also 28. Oh, yeah, Bam Margera's 36. Now, next up, decriminalization of weed, Nashville. Let me tell you what it is and let me tell you what it ain't. First of all, what it ain't, Nashville, that don't mean you can walk down the street with a blunt in your hand. First off. Secondly, it has to go to 2 more votes. Now, the first vote, it passed. Go back. You cannot walk down the street smoking weed. Don't do it. That is not what they mean by decriminalization of weed. What they mean is the penalty has lessened. Also, what that means is you will get a ticket, a citation, just like it's a speed ticket. It's about $50. $50 as opposed to 2 or 3 years in jail. Yeah, I like it. Might as well call it decriminalization. It's all right with me. But up to a half ounce. Yeah, but only up to a half ounce. So you can't be walking around with pounds of weed and then expect to get a $50 ticket. It's not it. It's not what we're doing. We don't have dispensaries. We're not in Amsterdam or anything like that. Next, on the decriminalization of weed, a lot of Tennessee's, I guess we could call them state representatives, are trying to not fund Tennessee highways for certain cities that have passed this bill or will be passing this bill, mainly Memphis and Nashville, since those are our biggest two cities. So there's something to think about. It's not just going to be, everybody can, lollygag and smoke weed and all that good stuff. So we're going to see what's up with that. Now, catch us on Surround Sound Podcast Overtime. Once again, I'll tell you again, even if you don't have Facebook, all you have to do is go to Facebook.com/Surround Sound Podcast, and you'll be able to view the videos. Also, up next is Football 101. We're going to get into the NFL and all that good stuff. Now, lastly, a groom received backlash on social media. This was very interesting to me because at first, I was like everybody else. I said, you know what? I don't care. I think he should be able to enjoy his wife however he enjoys his wife. Well, on Overtime, we're going to get a little deeper into it on some of my thoughts. I went and talked to some elders. I got some other people's opinion of it, and we're gonna wrap that up. Just for a minute. We'll be back with more podcast.
I ain't rich, but I damn sure wanna be. Working like a dog all day ain't working for me. I wish I had a rich uncle that'd kick the bucket and I was sitting on a pile like Warren Buffett. I know everybody says money can't buy happiness, but it can buy me a boat. It can buy me a truck to pull it. It can buy me a Yeti 110 ice down with some silver bullets. Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Well, maybe so, but it can buy me a boat. They call me redneck, white trash, and blue collar, but I could change all that if I had a couple $1 million. I keep hearing that money is the root of all evil, and you can't fit a camel through the eye of a needle. I'm sure that's probably true, but it still sounds pretty cool, 'cause it could buy me a boat. It could buy me a truck to pull it. It can buy me a Yeti 110 ice down with some silver bullets. Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Well, maybe so, but it can buy me a boat to float down on the water with a beer. I hear the Powerball lotto is sitting on 100 mil. Well, that'll buy me a brand new rod and reel. And it can buy me a boat. It could buy me a truck to pull it. It could buy me a Yeti 110 ice down with some silver bullets. Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Well, maybe so, but it can buy me a boat. Yeah, and I know what they say, money can't buy everything. Well, maybe so, but it can buy me a boat. Yeah, it can buy me a boat.
Welcome back, Surround Sound Podcast. I am Al Hunter Jr., Truth and Not a Rumor. Make sure you go and holler at our sponsor, Montoya Martin, and the good people at Healthy Junk Food Nashville. She will be out of town coming Thursday, so make sure you go ahead and get your pops now, because you're gonna want them. Get a lot, because you're gonna want to have a nice amount, because she'll be gone for a minute. Once again, Football 101. The Falcons beat the Saints and moved to 2-1. They beat them on Monday Night Football. Matt Ryan made a business decision when he saw Nick Fairley come at him on the end around play. I ain't mad at you, Matt. You know what I'm saying? You have more games to play than trying to block a 280, 90-pound defensive end. Good job to you. They lead the NFC South. However, they're going to battle for that next week when they play 1-2 Carolina. going to see what the Falcons can do. The Falcons they've led the NFC South before, and even later in the season, but they always seem to lose it either to the Saints or to the Falcons. So we're going to either to the Saints or to the Panthers. I'm sorry. So we're going to see if the Falcons can actually hold it this time. Okay. This is the part of the show that I'm probably going to cry a little bit on the inside. The Cowboys defeated the Bears by 2 touchdowns. But let's be real. The Bears have been decimated by injuries, and we just flat-foot suck right now. We're 0-3. But the Cowboys, hey, they're 2-1. And they play the 49ers next Sunday, who also suck. And the Bears play the 1-3 Lions. So I think we'll be able to get back on our we might be able to win a game because the Lions, they really suck. Big shouts out to the Titans, man. They had a valiant effort against the Raiders. However, they lost. And you know what? People say, or coaches, I've always heard coaches say that, you know what? You don't lose a game on one play. Well, they're right. It didn't happen on one play, but it did happen on 3 plays. The Titans were coming down to the end of the game, and 3 signature plays led to their demise. 1, unnecessary roughness on Taylor Lewan. It was a nice pass play. It was probably about a 50-yard pass play, run and catch. I think it was DeMarco Murray. He got it down to like the 5-10-yard line. And Taylor Lewan just came and was just a little too aggressive, just trying to be a little too nasty, and kind of basically dived on the pass, so they moved the ball back. Well, that was cool because then it gave them a little bit more room. And, Mariota was in the pocket. He threw the ball to Andre Johnson for the touchdown. So we thought. The referee called pass interference. That's play number 2. Then the 3rd play, after all that, they still had a chance to get a touchdown. And there was a non-pass interference call on the DB covering Hugh Douglas. I mean, he was kind of draped all over him. I mean, it seemed like if you would call the pass interference on Andre Johnson, you would call it on the DB for the Raiders. But they didn't, and the Raiders escaped with a win. Also, the Titans play the Texans next week. The Texans are coming off their mini bye, but they got slapped in the mouth this past Thursday by the New England Patriots. The Patriots basically blanked them. It was like 30-40 to nothing, man. I mean, the Texans really looked bad. Their 2-0 start really was not indicative of how the way they played. So, and also on top of that, the Titans. They should win this game. J.J. Watts is out for the season. I'm not happy about that at all. But if you followed the podcast, I have picked the Titans to win the freaking AFC South. Once again, this shows that you guys should be able to win 6 games in the AFC South. You got 2 against Houston, 2 against the putrid Jaguars, and then 2 against Indy. At best, you should maybe come out 5-1 in this division. And you should still win the division at 9-7, 8-8, 10-6. Pick one. You guys should win it. Come on, Mariota. Stop turning the ball over. Offensive coordinators, stay committed to the run. DBs, you guys are just going to have to play better. You're going to have to step up. I know you guys are young, but you're going to have to step up. Delaney Walker was out. Hey, we got to get Delaney back in the offense and back in the groove. Those 2 running backs, like I said, stay committed to the run. You have rush hour. Their nickname should be rush hour. You have these 2 dynamic running backs in Murray and Derrick Henry. Like, you need to utilize them. Like, get in the pro set, split backfield. I don't care. Get in that backfield and stop doing all this misdirection with the hand fakes and everything. Just get back and run at people. That's all you need to do. I mean, just that. Play smash mouth football, man. We'll be back with the sign of the times. And the sign of the times this week is, what is your message? Be very thought-provoking, y'all. We'll be back in a minute.
I'm up early, my nigga don't sell dope after nighttime. Little choppy blades on the hoopers, moving dope through the pipeline. PMC bitch, holla at your bitch, now your bitch on my team. Gotta buy a stick and green, lace some with promethazine. Candy sweets, a candy bitch, you looking at a candy boy. I done came down Main and pop trunk, hit the switch on my candy toy. We all young ghetto boys, that's why we act this way. Tryna see $1 million, hoping these niggas don't blast today.
Pro smoke, pro choke, Anti-broke, conservative liberal, left wing slanging, right wing hanging, and criminal court is civil. In the middle of reality, unsolved mysteries riddle. Knocking over fat cats and getting my dogs some bits and kibbles. On notepads I scribble white rippers that'll make you think. Snap so hard it'll break your synchronicity. Fucking take a drink, I fake it, blink it, poof. We disappear into a shroud of doja. Cloud composures, all-nighters like Folgers, but bitch I try to told you.
Rolling Seville, ripping my steel, might pop a pill, bitch, I'm working Woodville, Sedan DeVille, house on the hill, I love my grill, bitch, I'm working Woodville, nigga, how you feel, I feel so thrill, might pop me a pill, bitch, I'm working Woodville, house on the hill, marijuana feel, ripping my steel, bitch, I'm working Woodville.
They telling me bun don't go there, but man, I just got to bring it. These niggas, they wanna hate on that Texas, but scared to sing it. They don't know what that star about. They don't know what that bar about. They don't know what that candy car about or smoking that jar about. All they know is what the fuck I tell them or what the fuck we sell them. Smoking swishes with grain and leaving stains on cerebellums. Repel them, propel them, jail them from PA to debell them. Tell them I told them, roll them, fucking fold them the hell ahead.
I just spent 60 G's on a brand new Eldorado. Black on black, top lag. North Star fifth wheel on bag. Sometimes I feel like Lil T when my trunk steady humming. Had to leave my bitch cause I fell in love with my chrome-plated woman. I love my Woodville Grand. 84 Cadillac that slant. Slow down, screw tape that knock. Blowing on green private stock. Bitch, I don't eat ham hocks. Try 20-ounce anglers, beef hanging with young niggas that pack big triggers and got big ass diamonds off in they teeth. Fifth wheel and grill, might pop a pill, bitch, I'm working Woodville. House on the hill, I love my grills, bitch, I'm working Woodville. Coming down so free, nigga, how you feel? Might pop a pill, bitch, I'm working Woodville. Ripping the steel, nigga, I'm so real. Bitch, how you feel? Nigga, I'm working Woodville.
Smoking on bionic, bubonic, chronic, it's so ironic. Sipping gin and tonic, supersonic, like Johnny Mnemonic. We crash your party, piss on your parade, sip syrup like it's lemonade. From Paris to the Palisades to the promenade. Bombing fade, closest the car break worlds as plain as day. That's the game we came to play. It don't change, ain't a thing to say.
It's going down in the A-sign, young player from the south by the blaze of pine. I'm trying to find me a box with some good mop. I know you biggie bitches know what I'm talking about. Ain't got no time to play good. Let me get a little soda, some good stuff. Bitch, didn't you know who the fuck I was? Out in the street looking for the good stuff. Bitch, don't give a fuck about your man, so bitch, try to fuck fast, I'ma fuck slow. How the fuck you gon' fuck James, ho? Like Teddy Penny, you better let it go.
Getting ready for head doctors, show shockers, body rockers, late night door knockers. Gotta break us out, big tipping, baby, we hoe clockers.
We're back, guys. This is Surround Sound Podcast. Sign of the Times. Big Southside. What's up, Montoya I? Gonna miss you, dude. Montoya is going to Ghana. So make sure you get your pops like now in the next 2 days, because after Thursday you won't be able to get them for about 2 weeks. So make sure you check in with Montoya and healthy junk food. So glad to see J Soul, C Squared, and Montreal back. Also Leslie Adams. How about them Bears, man? We it's a trip, Leslie. I don't know, man. Sign of the Times this week. What is your message? Ferran, stop, man. Ferran said I'm still old. What's up, Ferran, man? He is the oldest man. Ferran, you are the oldest man like ever. What's up, Patrice? How you doing, Bella Capo? But the title of the show, the title of this segment, the title of Sign of the Times is What is Your Message? I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible, but I'm going to try my best to be as deep as possible, to let you get as much information as quickly as possible. Also, first off, I had a couple of Thank you, Desiree, for watching. I had a couple of social media experiences this week. The first was this young lady posted something from this gentleman, and what he said was, I think he was saying that I know what he was saying. He was saying that he loves black women. But the way he said it, I did not agree with. Because I love black women also. But this is what he said. He said, I would never date a piece of white trash. I would never bring a white person to my mother and disrespect her. And I was taken aback by that because in no way, shape, or form would I want somebody to love me just because they didn't like another. No, love me, love this melanin because you love it. And I was like fighting a battle that I could not win. However, I think people, or at least the women that were that were there, I think they at least got where I was coming from. And that's always, that's cool. I get it. And that relates to the title because really, to the gentleman, like, what is your message? Because what I said to him was, hey, there are people that you cannot reach because of your skin tone. There are people that you cannot reach because of your gender. One most positive reason that I'm so glad that there is a young lady sitting across from me, although she is dope and fabulous. I'm glad that there's a woman because Desiree, the Holiday, she can reach women in a way that I will never be able to reach. That brings me to my next point. Also on social media, that was this dude. He got married to this young lady. And Desiree, I definitely want your take on this. I'm about to show you this picture. The dude, he got some backlash because of a picture that he had took with his he had married the young lady by then, but with his wife. I'm about to show you this picture. Okay, and it says, groom receives backlash for grabbing his wife's backside in their wedding photo.
Don't forget the mic.
Oh, for grabbing his wife's backside in the photo. Desiree.
Yes.
Now, this is what I'm, first of all, Desiree, this is what I'm going to say. Mm-hmm. No, I take it back. First of all, Desiree, how do you feel about what you just saw?
I feel like I would not let that happen to me. Mainly because how we discussed before the show, men and women view sex in two very different ways. So to a woman seeing that picture, they're not that taken aback because they're like, that's her man. He is the only one that can do that. He is the only one who has permission for that. That is her choice. That is her. Let her do her. Now, that's because we know at least we hope we know she wouldn't let anyone else do that.
Right.
But a man is looking at that like, ooh, I could do that too. And that's where I think a lot of the dilemma is coming. His friends will look at that like, if he can grab it, then so can I. And that's just how men think, I'm
gonna try her.
I'll try. If they don't hear no, it means yes.
This is true.
If they don't hear no, it means yes. And so women are just seeing that picture differently. And to me, I just would have never let that picture be posted, honestly. So I really can't feel, because that's their mishap. I would never let a picture like that, that'd be our little cute picture, but not for the world to see.
Big shouts out to Cartwright. It's your birthday, man. It's your birthday. And Leslie even chimed in and said it's a time and place for everything. That was the caption that I put at the top of it was decorum is paramount. When I shared it, that's what I put. Because first of all, I had no quorum about it. I mean, it's not like that's my girlfriend or something. So I don't care. But my thing was, and I said this to everybody that I talked to, and they were like, huh? Yeah. It's like a person taking a picture with money. When the homies come and see you about the money that you got, or that at least that you've proclaimed to have, don't be mad. Because you sat in here and stunned about it. What's going on, Sonya? How you living? You just stunned with it. Now, as Desiree so eloquently put, I look at the picture, I don't even see the husband. Like, I totally do not see the husband. It's like I see her ass, and his hand. And then it's like there's a person in the photo also. All I'm saying is, in that regard, is maybe one of the groomsmen, y'all done argued, right? And then she's kind of weak. And then somebody that you maybe thought was your friend or not has seen the picture. And then what has happened? But and you've now sexualized her. So now the guy is looking at it like, if she let him do it, I'm going to try her. She might let me do it on the slick.
So that's all guys are thinking about.
Okay, exactly. And what lets me even further more know that they look like a young couple, Desiree. They look like they're under 30.
Yeah.
With the way rap music is right now, R&B music, everybody talking about trying to holler at somebody, his gal or wife or husband or something like that. So with that being said, I'm like, yeah. But an overwhelming majority of women said that it was all right. And I think, and I definitely agree with you, Desiree, because I don't think women aren't protectors by nature. I think in a man's mind, we will look at it differently. So the men that show displeasure on this, I think that's why they showed displeasure, because they looked at it a totally different way. So yeah. What is your message to the husband? I don't know. Next up, the Charlotte riots. It was 4 days of protest and riot. What's going on? What's going on, Dominique? What's going on, DeAndre? What's going on, Reese? What's up, Shay? How you been? There was 4 days of riots. And, it's 4 days of protests, and like the last couple of days, it really simmered down. What is your message? And I wonder, not because I say that rioting was bad, because in Ecclesiastes 3, it says it's a time to destroy and a time to rebuild. And it does not specifically say mentally or spiritually or physically. So I'll just think the Most High meant all three. What's going on, Toya? How you living? So to me, the Charlotte riot and riots like it, I just want to know, like, after the riot, what will your message be? Next up, as far as athletes, and I'm going to use Colin Kaepernick's name because he was the one that headed this. As far as taking a stance during the national anthem, I think maybe their next step, because a lot of players are postulating what the next step should be. I think that next step maybe, I would like to see the Black National Anthem played during the games. I think that would be big. I think it'd be very symbolic, but I think symbolism leads to more concrete change. You have to have a message and you have to know it. It's kind of like what I saw. It's kind of like what I saw when I watched Killer Mike. He's like, African Americans, are you really ready to go to war like that? Because if you don't know how to grow your own food, fish, hunt, sew. The most basic things. What's going on, Tasha? If you don't know how to do those most basic and essential things, then you might not want to talk about war. You might want to get in where you fit in and make sure the politics is right and make sure you use people in a certain way to get those things that you want and need. For this week, remember the game of life is chess. It ain't checkers. Know your message. For Troy in the booth, for Miss D Holiday, for all my people that commented, I am All Hunter Jr., the truth and not a rumor. Big shouts out to All Hunter Senior and the University of Memphis. We'll see y'all next time. SurroundCom Podcast, baby.